Hello everyone, this is Joseph and you're watching Credit Commit, where we're committed to helping you build credit. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'm actually going to change the name of this channel. We're changing it from Credit Commit to Wealth Commit. The reason we're changing the name is because I'm going to want to do other reviews, whether it be on credit cards or giving you other reviews on money saving tips. So it's just going to be a more well-rounded channel when it comes to money savings, how to save money, and also how to build your credit. The main premise of this channel still is going to be on credit. It's also going to give you other tips as well as reviews of different banks, online banks, and as well as traditional banks. So with all that being said, the name is going to be changing to Wealth Commit. I am going to be introducing it as Credit Commit for the next couple of videos just until we make the change, so that way you don't see Wealth Commit inside of your subscription. You're like, oh, I never subscribed to this channel. Just so that way there's no confusion right there. I kind of want to be known what's going to happen before it happens. But today we are going to be discussing the Chime Credit Builder account. It's essentially the Chime secure credit card ultimately, but they call it the Chime Credit Builder account. We're going to be going over all the details, all the fees, pretty much everything it takes in order to open that account, the different requirements it takes, and things like that. With all that being said, again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I know most of you watching this channel aren't subscribed. I could see it right here. How many people aren't subscribed to this channel that are watching this channel? Just go ahead and subscribe and then hit that little bell, because I am going to be dropping a video every day this month. Actually for the next 90 days, but hey, let's just start off with Vlogmas to get me into the groove. We're going to be dropping videos every day. So if you haven't been subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Also, go ahead and hit that like button. So if I'm teaching you anything here, or if I'm giving you any insight, just press the like button and leave a comment below of anything you would want me to review moving forward. Because again, I'm going to be dropping 90 videos. Let's get right into this Chime Credit Building account. All right, so the first and pretty much the only, well, I guess there are two main requirements that need to happen in order for you to open this Chime Credit Builder account. First of all, you would need a Chime checking account. So you would have to open an account with Chime. That's the first requirement in order to open this Credit Builder account. You can't just sign up for the Credit Builder account. You actually need a Chime account. And the second qualification is you need a direct deposit to your Chime checking account of at least $200. Can't be money you put in yourself or anything like that. It has to be a direct deposit from like pretty much a job. They call it a qualified direct deposit, and usually that just means it's coming from like payroll. And however they process those payrolls, that's what they would consider a qualified direct deposit. You can also sign up for Chime with the link in the description below. If you do sign up with the link in the description below, you'll get $75 and I'll get $75 when you sign up, as long as you get a direct deposit within 45 days of signing up of $200 or more, which is also the requirement in order to get this Credit Builder account. So you're going to need that requirement anyways, plus you'll get that extra $75. But they often do change the amount it is. Sometimes it's $50, sometimes it's $75, and sometimes it's $100. As the recording of this video is $75, so if you hit the link in the description below and sign up, you will get that in your account as long as you get a direct deposit within the first 45 days of having the account of $200 or more. So basically, if you get a direct deposit from your job, you're going to get that $75 and I'll get that $75 as well. So use that link in the description below to sign up. Back into the video. So that is the second requirement, the direct deposit and also having the Chime checking account. That's it. Those are the only requirements. Once you have that, you're able to go ahead and sign up and apply for the Chime Credit Building account. And when you sign up, there's no soft inquiry and there's no hard inquiry. There's neither one. They just pretty much approve you as long as you meet those requirements. And if you don't meet those requirements, they pretty much not even going to let you apply for it. So you wouldn't even see that feature within the app. So that's just something to be aware of. As long as you have those two requirements. So if you already have a Chime account and you already had a deposit in the last 365 days of $200 or more, all you have to do is go into the account and you can apply and you can get the account. All right, so let's get into the security deposit. There's no minimum security deposit. When I say no minimum, I literally mean no minimum. You can put $25 as your security deposit, and it's going to be considered an open-ended card. So it's not going to really report any credit utilization. This is something that you want to take into account. So this card acts as an Amex card. It's just open-ended. So when they report to the credit bureaus, they're reporting that you paid on time. They're not actually reporting the amount that you spent and versus the amount of the limit. There's no reporting of that. So if you put $25 in the account and then you spend $25, it's just going to report as an on-time payment, and then it's also going to build your length of credit history. So those are the two things that this card is promoting. It's on-time payments and length of credit history. That's basically what you'll be gaining from this account, since it doesn't report any credit utilization. So if you put $5,000 in there and you only spend $1,000, it's not going to report you used 20% credit utilization. It's just going to report that you made an on-time payment. So the amount that you put in there pretty much isn't going to matter. That's just something you want to consider, so you don't have to put this huge amount of money in there. That's just something you want to take into consideration as well. Another thing to notate about the security deposit is you can actually use this security deposit at the end of the month in order to pay your bill. Let me kind of break that down for you, because the payment isn't automatic, and that's something you're going to want to enable within the app. These are just a couple of things to consider as well. Let's say you moved $100 into this credit builder account. Amount doesn't matter. So you put $100 and then say you go and spend $100. Once you spend that $100, the security deposit's on hold. So at the end of the month, they're going to pretty much send you a statement. And when they send you that statement at the end of the month, you have to actually manually go into the account and pay it off with that security deposit that's on hold. Or there's a feature within the app. So if you go into the app and you go into the settings, there's a feature called Safer Credit Building. If you go into Safer Credit Building and you enable it, it'll pretty much take care of it for you. So the way it works with the Safer Credit Building enabled versus you having to manually go in there and make that payment is you enable this feature, and that $100 you put in your account that you just spent, at the end of the month when that statement becomes available, they automatically deduct it for you. So it's essentially an auto pay. That's just something you pretty much would want to enable. I would see no other reason to not have it enabled unless you manually want to go in there and pay for it. But I feel like that's a super cool feature, because any traditional secured credit card takes that security deposit and it just kind of goes away. So you put in like $300, it goes away, and then you use that $300 and you have to go and pay for it with other money outside of your security deposit. Your security deposit's pretty much gone as soon as you give it to a traditional secured credit card. With Chime, it's not like that. You're using your security deposit to pay off your payments every month, so it's not just going away and then maybe at the end of the year, if you got on-time payments for 1 year or you're ready to close the account, they give you the security deposit back. It's not working like that. They're actually using the security deposit. Every time you put money into that account, you're able to use it right away, as well as it's used to pay off your balance. So I feel like that's a super cool feature, and it's a benefit versus, you know, giving $300, it goes away, and then you get it a year later, you might not get it back. You know, who knows with all these secure credit cards that are taking advantage of people, but that's another video. So I feel like that's a super cool feature, but take that into account that you have to enable this safer credit banking feature. It's not automatically enabled. You'd have to enable it, and it's something to consider, because if you miss a payment, so say at the end of the month you don't make the payment, they're going to report negatively on your credit report. So remember, they're reporting as an open-ended card. If you have an American Express card, it's expected to be paid off at the end of the month. So this is how Chime is expecting to be paid as well. So that's another thing to consider versus a traditional credit card. A traditional credit card is you can spend $100 and then you can pay 25 this month, 25 next month, 25 the following month. Chime isn't like that. You spend $100, you got to pay $100. But they don't let you spend that $100 unless you prepaid that $100. So it's kind of saving you from yourself as well. We enable all these features to kind of save you from yourself in order to build credit. So that way you're able to get that on-time payment history as well as building the length of credit history. Because the on-time payment history is 35% of your FICO score. All right, so now let's kind of talk about the fees that they charge. There are no fees. Literally, there's no fees to use this account because they expect you to pay it off at the end of the month. So let's just say for some reason, let's just say you put $100 in there, right? and say you swipe for $100, but then you left a tip, and you know how the tips don't usually pull, so you left a $50 tip, so now you spent $150, and there was only $100 there to secure it. They would put it as a negative if you don't pay it off in full. But when you do go to pay it, there's still no late fee attached to it. That's just something to be aware of. But again, they make it almost impossible for you to mess this up. But the scenario I just gave you is an example of a way you kind of can mess it up. Just kind of be aware of that as well when you're using this specific card. Just try to use the money that you're putting in there, and that's it. So that way you keep it super simple and enable the safer credit building, and that way it automatically deducts. It's nothing to think about. You add the money, you spend the money, and that's it. Chime just kind of takes care of everything else. You just got to make sure those key things are in place before that. Alright, so let's just kind of recap of everything that this credit builder account offers, right? There's no minimum security deposit. You can put $25 in there and that's your deposit. I feel like that's pretty cool, right? No soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. So you pretty much can't be denied as long as you have an active Chime account with a direct deposit of $200 or more within the last 365 days. Okay, pretty cool. And in order to open a Chime account, guess what? They don't do a check systems check or anything like that, so anybody can pretty much get a Chime account. I will leave more details on opening a Chime account in another video. Link is going to be in the description once that video is put together. As of the recording of this video, that video is going to probably be 3 more videos after this. So just kind of stay tuned and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified. But yeah, back to the recap, right? No soft, no hard, no minimum security deposit, no fees. Even if you're late and you overdrafted, like the scenario I said, you left a tip, they pulled out more, there's still no fee attached to any of this. So it's all pretty much free. It's a win-win-win. This is one of the most cool secured cards that I could think of. You could put $25 on the secured card, get an on-time payment history, as well as starting to build the length of your credit history, which is pretty cool. So you're building credit with super minimal entry versus having to get a soft inquiry or hard inquiry and things like that. You're also able to move money between your accounts. So if you get your check in your Chime account and you want to add it, you can do it pretty much instantly, which I feel like is pretty cool. It's none of those games you play, like if you were going to use something like Opensky. With Opensky, there's like a 7-day processing if you don't want to get Express and all this stuff, right? So there's a chance you can kind of mess that up because you're paying with a traditional secured card. You're paying that out of pocket every month versus using your security deposit like Chime's allowing you to do, which is a pretty cool feature. You're never giving them money and then you just don't see that money again until you close the account or anything. You're not doing that. You're using it every month to pay off your balance. Makes it super simple, super easy. I am going to be dropping a full video to review Chime as a whole. We'll be doing that full review of the Chime account, so just kind of look in the link in the description depending on when you're watching this video. I'm also going to be reviewing other credit videos as well. So if you've seen another credit video and you're a little confused, need more clarification, leave a link in the description and I will review those videos. Like it'll be kind of like a reaction where I'll have like a little screen here. You'll see me watching it and I'll stop it and I'll give my commentary on any other questions that you guys have. So go ahead and leave a comment below of the video, and then if you have a specific question about that video, leave that specific question and I will basically do that review for you as a video, because again, I'm going to be dropping 90 videos in the next 90 days. So, if you've got anything you need me to review, any companies, I'm also going to be reviewing other secured credit cards as well as other banks, online banks as well. Just something to look forward to. Again, that's why we're going to be changing the channel from Credit Commit to Wealth Commit, because we're going to be committed here to helping you build your finances as well as your credit. It is going to be mostly based on credit still, so don't worry about that. And it's going to always be directly correlating with credit. So like the way this Chime credit builder account is going to help your credit, you can also see the benefits is using Chime as a bank. That's another video. The link is going to be in the description of that video, so kind of stay tuned for that video. And if you're not subscribed, again, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video, which I'm going to be dropping for the next 90 days. This is me just trying to get back into the groove of things here, so you are going to be seeing a lot more of me. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, again, I know there's a whole bunch of people that aren't subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified. Also hit the like button. I need everybody watching this video. If you got any value out of this video, go ahead and hit the like button as well, and leave a comment in the description for me. I'm going to be responding to every comment in the description, and I do appreciate everybody that has already subscribed. I've been gaining subscribers every day, and if you're still watching this video to the end, you're definitely a real one. On that note, I am out of here. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and you already know the drill. Next video is going to be right over here. Go ahead and go over here. Go over there and watch the next video. Go over there, man. Why are you still watching me? Watch over here. You're watching me.